Hi, dear friends. Thank you so much for visiting our YouTube channel. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who has been with us this year and everyone who has joined us along the way in the year 2023. It has been a great year, and we are now looking ahead to the year 2024. And if you are actually coming here for the first time, would ask you to please join the BMI Care TV community where we share various opportunities that you can actually benefit from as far as scholarships and job opportunities. With that, I would like to simply say thank you so much, and this will actually be the last video that we are doing in this year, and we are essentially looking to sharing more videos opportunities in the coming year. Without further ado, dear friends, this last video for this year is about the scholarships from Sweden, and these are being offered by the Swedish Institute. And so we are going to look at these scholarships that are available for 41 different countries. So I'll actually show you the list of those countries that are actually beneficiaries of these particular scholarships, and then I'll show you what benefits will the individuals that will be awarded this scholarship get after they have been given those scholarship opportunities. And then I'll also highlight how do you go about applying for this particular scholarship. What are the timelines? So basically, being able to show you what you actually need to do if you are interested in pursuing a master's program that is fully funded in Sweden. And so to proceed, we just scroll down here so you can actually see that these master's scholarships are available for 41 countries, and you can actually see what these countries are. If you click on this, you can see these countries here, a good number of countries from sub-Saharan Africa and many other countries from South America. So you can actually look at these, and also some countries from the Middle East. So it's important that if you are from these countries, you actually take advantage of this scholarship opportunity. Don't worry, I'll actually leave this particular link in the description box so that you can actually go through it at your own time and actually see whether the course of interest that you're looking to study is actually covered. So now the question is, when do you apply for this particular scholarship? So you can actually see here that it says applications are currently closed. But however, what you need to know is that the good news is that this scholarship page or portal will actually be opening on the 12th of February 2024. And so the timeline that individuals will have to apply will actually be short. And so what you need to do in that case is to begin preparing for that timeline, so that when you prepare all the documents now, you would actually be able to actually submit your application to the scholarship. So I'll actually show you some of the documents that you actually need to prepare for that. So this will be a scholarship for the academic year of 2024-2025. And one thing that I need to mention is that the Swedish Institute scholarship has got two application windows. So there's round 1 and then round 2. So what we are focusing on now is round 1. But later next year, round 2 is going to open. And that information, you'll be able to find it in the scholarship link that I'm going to share in the description box of this particular video on this very page. So now, what's the overview? So when you talk about the Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professions, it is an academic scholarship provided for full-time 1 or 2 year master's studies in Sweden. The scholarship covers a wide range of study fields and over 700 of the 1,000 English taught master's programs in Sweden. So that is a good number of programs that are actually covered. And I'll just show you a snippet of those programs in a bit. Just stay with me until the end of this video. So through The scholarship, the Swedish Institute aimed to develop a network of future global leaders that will contribute to the United Nations 2030 agenda for sustainable development and drive the development of their home countries forward. So the scholarship is actually open for applications once every year for master's studies beginning in the autumn semester. In order to apply, you must actually be a citizen of one of the 41 countries that is eligible for the Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professionals. You need to have applied to a master's program that is eligible for the Swedish Institute Scholarship. I'll show you a snippet of those master's programs in a bit. There's actually a PDF document that you may need to actually go through at your own time, but I'll show you a snippet of that in a bit. Then be liable to pay tuition fees at university admission. So the master's program that you apply for must have been required to actually pay for tuition fees, or you may need to actually be required to actually pay tuition fees to the master's program that you apply to. Then you need to have demonstrated some level of work experience, and again that information is actually described later in this particular page. You need to also have demonstrated leadership experience from current or previous employer or from civil society engagement. So now, what are the key dates? So when you look at the key dates, you can actually see that between 16th October to 15th of January, you need to apply to a Swedish master's program through university admissions. So you will see what the steps look like. And then when you look at November itself, the Swedish Institute scholarship application documents are actually published. Then between 12th to 28th February, the application portal for the scholarship is open. Then 21st March, university admissions announcements are actually given. And then by 25th April, the Swedish Institute scholarship announcement dates are actually set. So this is when you receive an announcement as to whether you have actually been awarded the scholarship or not. So the call for application is published below. You are advised that you read through the instructions and the criteria carefully and start preparing your application. The application portal will be open between 12th and 28th of February 2024. Now, the question is, what is included in this particular scholarship? Let's look at that. So you can see here, the scholarship for global professional is a competitive, fully funded scholarship that includes full tuition fee coverage. So you can see that the whole tuition fees are actually covered. So the fee is paid directly by Swedish Institute to your Swedish university. So there are a good number of universities that are participating in this particular scholarship each semester, and then a monthly payment of 12,000 to cover your living expenses throughout the study period, and then insurance is also covered in terms of illness and accidents. Travel grant is also provided, so you can actually see that this is a one-time payment and does not apply for students already living in Sweden. Then membership in the Swedish Institute Network for Future Global Professionals is also paid for you. And then after your scholarship period has ended, you become a member of the Swedish Institute Alumni Network, and as a member, you get a unique opportunity for continued networking and professional development. Now, what does the scholarship not cover? So it does not cover additional grants for family members. It does not cover the application fee to university admission, so you need to sort out that. It does not allow changes to the study programs, so they are only able to support you through the awarded master's program. You are allowed, it does not actually allow extensions or changes to the awarded scholarship period. So that's what you need to look at. So if you are thinking of moving with your family to Sweden for this particular scholarship opportunity, you must be sure that you'll be able to actually fend for your family. So that's something that you have to actually take note of. So in terms of the criteria, you actually need to be a member of a citizen of one of the countries that is eligible, and then you need to apply to master's programs that are eligible. So when we talk about the master's programs that are eligible, you can actually see here that there is this particular PDF document. So when you see this document, dear friends, and you scroll down, you can actually see that they have actually published this document just like they advised for 2024-2025. These are the different master's programs and the universities that are actually participating in this cycle of scholarships that they are offering. So you can see computer science there, you can see mechanical engineering, structural mechanics, you can see software engineering, telecommunication systems, strategic leadership towards sustainability, applied mechanics, architecture and planning beyond sustainability, biomedical engineering, there's data science and artificial intelligence, quite a good number of programs here, dear friend, and we cannot afford to really go through each of them, but I just thought I gave you a snippet to actually look at some of these programs that are being awarded scholarships by the Swedish Institute. So you can actually go through this at your own time. I'm going to leave a link to this in the description box so that you can actually go through this at your own time. So imagine studying one of these programs on a fully funded scholarship so that you actually achieve that dream that you have been looking for of studying abroad on a fully funded scholarship with very little headaches around how you're going to sort out finances, because financing education abroad can actually be very expensive, and so this opportunity comes in handy if you are looking to actually study abroad. So you may want to take a look at this and see if it's something that works for you. So when you see here, they are talking about investor admission. So you must be liable to pay tuition fees to Swedish universities, have followed the steps of university admissions, and be admitted to one of the eligible master's programs by 30th of March 2023. Then, in terms of previous experience, you must have demonstrated work experience. Conditions apply to certain regions. In addition, you must have demonstrated leadership experience from your current or previous employer or from civil society organizations. So now the issue of work experience only applies to certain regions. And so you might want to look at information that pertains to your particular region. And so here we're just sharing this opportunity so that you can actually, consider applying for this particular opportunity. We are interested in seeing a lot of people, scooping these opportunities, and we would be happy to hear from you if you get this opportunity just by accessing it through our channel and then taking a step further into looking at it at your own time and begin the application process. So again, these are the countries that are beneficiaries to the Swedish Institute scholarship. And this scholarship, dear friends, comes once every year, if anything, if you looked at the information that was provided earlier on in this video. So if you have dual citizenship and all are eligible for Swedish Institute scholarship, you should choose only one of the citizenship when applying for the scholarship. So what they're advising here is that if you have dual citizenship, then you may need to only choose one of the two countries to which you have citizenship when applying for this particular scholarship. So eligible programs, I've actually shown you that PDF document, so they have it highlighted here as well. Then in terms of university admissions, these are the guidelines that you need to actually look at as far as university admission is concerned, and you need to have received that admission by 21st of March. So that's something that you need to look into. So make sure between now and 12th of February, you actually submit your application to the Swedish universities that are highlighted in the PDF document. And in terms of previous experience, you can see some information highlighted here to that effect that you can actually look at your own time. So that's something we need to be looking at in details if you're considering to apply for this particular opportunity. And leadership experience also information has been highlighted there. Now, you are not eligible for the Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Profession if you have any of these. So you are currently enrolled in or hold a degree from a Swedish university or university college. You have already resided in Sweden for cumulatively 2 years or more, and then in addition to that, you have previously been awarded a Swedish Institute scholarship, or you have a Swedish or EU citizenship. You have dual citizenship in countries not listed on the beneficiary list of countries. So that's something you have to take note of. However, there are a few exceptions here, and this applies to Ukrainian applicants who reside in Sweden under the Temporary Protection Directive who are still eligible for the Swedish Institute scholarship, and those individuals coming from Moldovan who are applicants, and these are being considered as dual citizenship in Romania. These may actually apply for scholarship even though they are EU citizens. So that is something that is an exception. So find more information about the steps on how to apply and the required documents when you go to the how to apply section. So when you come to the how to apply section, so you have the step 1, which is apply for a master's program, and this is still within the application window. Between now and 15th of January, you should be able to submit that application to a Swedish university within the PDF document. Then after that, apply for a global professional scholarship. So this application is actually beginning on the 12th of February and will go on through to the 28th of February 2024. Then Swedish Institute screening and evaluation will begin to take place from 29th. So immediately the application portal closes, the screening process begins. So the applicants begin to be evaluated. Then on step 4, the notifications from university admissions are expected by the 21st of March. Then lastly, the final evaluation and announcement of Swedish Institute scholarship recipients. So this is going to take place between 21st of March to 25th of April 2024. So that's something you need to look at. Now, to just look at a few details, you can see in terms of applying for, for a master's program. So this is actually handled through a centralized process and on the portal of university admissions, and this is the link here that has been highlighted here. So you go to this link and apply for your master's program by 15th of January 2024. And then once you have submitted your application for master's at university admissions, you will get a personal application number consisting of 8 digits. Save the number for your application to the Swedish Institute scholarship. Your Swedish Institute scholarship application will be disqualified if you type in the wrong personal application number when applying for the scholarship. So you also need to take note that applicants for Stockholm School of Economics and Konstfack, University of Arts, Craft and Design have their separate intake and admission process, and applicants will not receive an application number. Now, if you miss the deadlines or fail to follow the application procedure for university admissions, you will not be eligible for a scholarship. So you have to take this tight deadline of between now to the 15th of January seriously if you are interested to actually take part in this application window that we are talking about. So do you have any questions related to applications for master's studies, admissions, the application fee or application number? You can actually contact the university admissions, and don't worry, I'm going to leave this link to this page that I'm using so that you can actually go through this at your own time. Now, apply for a global professional scholarship. That is actually step 2. So here I'm just going to mention some of the key documents that you need to look at. So there's the curriculum vitae, and you are lucky because there's a template here that has been highlighted that you need to follow for this particular section. Then the proof of work and leadership experience. Again, there is a template that you need to follow here that has been highlighted, and there are some frequently asked questions that you can go through at your own time. And then the 2 letters of references which are required from 2 different referees. Again, there's an access to the letter of reference template here, which you can give to the referees or the people that will be recommending you. Then you also need to submit a photo of your valid passport and national ID. So this is valid at the time of application. So this should be valid at the time of application. And then you also need to upload a letter of motivation for the scholarship. So you have to also take note that you must complete your application in English. So that is something to be looking out for. So submit your application for the Swedish Institute scholarship. So this is just highlighting some of the key deadlines. So the application portal will be open from 12th of February at that time, and this will close on the 28th of February at that particular time. So you want to make sure you are within the deadline and not beyond the deadline, because then you will have missed out. And then you also may need to actually look at the data protection and integrity document, which has been highlighted here. Step 3 is actually screening. So this is where they'll be looking at, the screening process, and here they actually highlight the criteria that they will be using. And so it will be important to pay attention to this criteria to see if you are interested in scoping this particular scholarship, so that you know what you need to focus on to strengthen your application. And then the step 4 is basically receiving notification of university admission by the 21st of March. So here it's highlighted that on the 21st of March 2024, you receive your notification of selection results from university admissions. At the same time, the Swedish Institute will receive the admission results, including your personal information, directly from university admission. You will be in the running for the Swedish Institute scholarship if you have been admitted or conditionally admitted to an eligible master's program on 21st of March 2024. The next thing is that you have not made any changes to your original admission results, e.g., decline an admission offer, for instance. If you make any changes to your original admission results, your application will no longer be in the running for the Swedish Institute scholarship. So when you're deciding which program to apply for, you have to make sure that you are certain that that is the program you want to actually go and study. All right, so that is something you have to take note of, dear friends. Now, the last point basically is final evaluation and announcement of the recipients, and this is going to be done between 21st of March to 2020 to April, somewhere in April. So this is something that you have to actually look into. So when you see this, they're basically just looking at, okay, now individuals have received their admission results from the universities, and now it's time for them to actually be given results of the scholarship assessment, whether they stand a chance or they have been awarded the scholarship. And so this is basically what is happening in this final stage. And like I highlighted earlier on, this will be between 21st of March to 25th of April 2024. And so there you have it, dear friends, that this scholarship will actually be opening very soon, the scholarship portal, but the admission to universities currently are open. And so if you are interested in this particular scholarship, you may want to really jump on this scholarship and begin that application to any Swedish university that is listed in this PDF document and through the links that I'm going to share within the description box. But I would encourage you to please go through these details at your own time, step by step, so that you don't miss out on any information. With that, dear friend, I'm happy to simply say it's been a great 2023, and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please come on board, become part of the BMI Care TV community, and walk with us in the new year, which is the 2024 that is coming. And so we are looking ahead to more winning, and wish you a happy new year and happy festivities to you all. Bye bye.